Real gangsters are on Wall Street. The real gangsters are in the government. And I was like, damn, these motherfuckers get all this money and they not risking their life. Something gotta change for me. Like something gotta change. And so I just started listening to them every day and I started comparing it to the streets. A good business is just like a good hustler. A good business has great product. They have great clientele. A great hustler has a great product. He has consistent clientele. A good business on the stock market has what's called a moat, a competitive edge that keeps his competitors away.
Poverty is lack of information, lack of resources. Money is infinite. They've never stopped printing money. The problem is getting the belief to understand that, getting the belief that you're capable. What stops me is me playing the blame game all my life. What stops me is me keep saying, well, I'm black, they white. Well, you're not gonna go far doing that. What stops me is saying, I didn't have the opportunities they have. That's gonna keep you from going there. If you can get past the bullshit and say, all right, these are real issues, but the biggest issue is the belief in myself. The biggest issue is I need to spend more time reading and researching than partying. I need to spend more time reading and researching than chasing women. I need to spend more time reading and researching than, trying to go hang out, being on Netflix all day, playing a game all day. I need to spend more time developing a skill set. As I evolve, as I learn how the game is being played, as I get exposure to the game, my confidence builds up. Financial trauma now is anchored to who we are. So for me, when I was in prison, when I got exposed to, damn, I'm playing the wrong game, I had to look at the pieces on the board. Am I a knight? Am I a bishop? Am I a rook? I damn sure ain't the king. So that means I'm a pawn. Pawns always get sacrificed. So if I'm always being sacrificed, how the hell can I win this game?
Somebody has the solution somewhere. There's too many people out here living the life of their dreams that I'm watching. They know something I don't know. And the only thing that they had was access to a different type of information. So once I went and got the information, I now wanted to sing from the mountaintop, like, yo, look at this dope thing I found. Everybody can be a part of it. And then when I showed it to people, they was like, that ain't it, bro. I'm not about to do that. And so I realized how powerful it was for me to, one, become economically powerful in my mind.
Investing in the stock market isn't an IQ game. It's not about being the most brilliant person in the world, right? It's about understanding basic economics. And basic economics is what we know every day. You understand this, supply and demand, right? Supply and demand says that if Michael Jordan drops a shoe, then the line is gonna be wrapped around the corner, right? But if you find a way to get that shoe, hold on to that shoe, and then later on, you can now sell that shoe at a top tier price. Everybody won't be able to build $1 billion business, right? But everybody can invest in one. And that's why I love it, right? So the three things in my wealth pyramid is stocks, business, real estate. I believe you should have all three, right? But you can get away with two.
How are you differentiating between stocks and business?
So when I say stocks, it means like me buying shares of a business.
Yep.
Business second is me creating a business, and then real estate third.
So you think everybody should create a business?
No. That's why I say you can get away with 2 out of the 3.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody doesn't have to create a business because this is not for everybody. But you can see what we do know is as America evolves, so does business. As business evolves, there are some brilliant people that says, for that business, there's a problem. For that problem, I have the solution. That's a business you would like to invest in, right? And so if we can invest in the solutions, I always say that, if we invest in the solutions, we cannot help but win. Investing in a solution, okay? Making Amazon was a solution to so many things.
Key to building wealth is not how much you can work. You can't work your way to wealth. You gotta invest your way there. And all wealthy people, black, white, Asian, Chinese, they own a whole bunch of shit. The people who aren't wealthy is because they don't own nothing. You only have your money sitting in cash. If your money is just sitting in cash, realistically, you're becoming poorer every day. And so the idea of ownership was, we can just start owning everything that no matter if it's just a stock. Like, that's powerful, because if you can start owning the businesses that you now consume every day, you turn a one-time transaction to a lifetime of profit. And that was major for me, because if I go to the store and buy a pair of Nikes, that's a one-time transaction. In order for me to get something from them again, I gotta come back and buy another pair of Nikes. But if I own the Nike stock, long as I own it, it's a profitable vehicle for me. So that one-time transaction can become a lifetime of profit if I own that business.
And you can build your wealth, for me, 100% if you're bold enough to bet on the future. If you're bold enough to bet on the future and be patient enough to let it take place, you will win, and you will win big. And if we can understand, if we can truly grasp that your money is not doing you no justice in the bank. It's not, especially now, right? It's not doing you no justice in the bank.
Why not?
Well, because the more they print money, the more your money loses value, right? The more inflation goes up, the more your money loses value. So $100 spent in 2019, that same $100 now takes $109. One lie we've been told is sitting our money in the bank. So that's probably should have added that to the equation earlier, right? Putting our money in the bank, thinking that the bank is the safest place to have our money, right? That's probably the most dangerous place, because I always say a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's losing, right? So sitting our money in a bank is not the place to be, right? So what would be
How do you make your money move?
How you make your money move? By making great investments or just investing. So I'll give you an example. For me personally, I literally don't have but like $12,000 sitting in the bank. All of my money is in the market. 90% of it is in the market. So I use what's called the VOO, which is the Vanguard Index Fund for the S&P 500. I use that as my savings account. So every month or every week, I'm putting money in that. Well, Trap, what happens when the market is going down? Well, my money wasn't making no money in the savings account anyway, right. So I'm putting it in there, right? And then what happens when the market rebounds? Because we won't be here forever.
Talk to people about realized losses versus unrealized losses.
Okay.
Because I think this really messes with me.
That's good. So an unrealized loss is when, let's say I have $100 on something and that goes down to $89, right?
Meaning if I sold it today,
right,
I wouldn't be able to sell it for what I paid for, but
it's
I
there.
don't have to sell it.
It's okay. So you buy something at $100, it goes down to $80. If you don't sell it, you have an unrealized loss of $20. I mean, you didn't sell it, your equity just decreased. But if you sell it, you've realized that loss. You've made that loss realistic. So you've now essentially lost that $20, right? That's a realized loss. Now, realized gain is the exact opposite, right? So if you go up to, I buy something for 100, it goes up to 150. Unrealized, I have $50 in unrealized gain. So that it's there, but I didn't sell it, it's there. Realizing it is saying I've cashed out. I've cashed out on it. Think about, like you talked about Jeff Bezos, right? His net worth is what, 180 something billion dollars, something like that. Last time I checked, 60% of his money was in Amazon stock. 60% of it. So this is why you wake up one day and you say, damn, Jeff lost $18 billion. Well, that's unrealized because he didn't cash out. So he didn't lose it, it's still there. Once the stock backs up, he recoups all of that. And so that's the dope part about the market. Yes, it fluctuates. Yes, it goes ups and downs, but that's also the most scariest part about the market, because people who come from lower income, working class environments, the worst thing that can come to their mind is losing money that I bust my butt for. That's what makes the market so scary for them, and that confusion keeps them out of the market.